In the 2026 landscape of metabolic health, the keto label has become a gold mine for food manufacturers. As millions of Americans strive for ketosis, the market has been flooded with low-carb snacks that promise the world but deliver a hidden insulin spike. The primary PHH, potential health hazard, here is not just a stall in weight loss, but metabolic confusion. When a brand uses hidden carbs ingredients that technically bypass total carbohydrate counts on a label, but still elicit a high glycemic response, they are effectively kicking you out of ketosis while you believe you're being diligent. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Here are 7 US keto snack categories and brands flagged in 2026 for using label sorcery to hide their true carb impact. 1. Quest Nutrition, the soluble corn fiber trick. The brand, a pioneer in the protein bar space, Quest is a household name for keto enthusiasts. The hidden carb, soluble corn fiber / isomalto-oligosaccharides, IMOs. The label cheat, Quest heavily promotes net carbs, which they calculate by subtracting all fiber from total carbs. The reality, not all fibers are created equal. In 2026, clinical audits have shown that the highly processed soluble corn fiber used in many bars can have a glycemic index, GI, higher than 30. For a keto snack, this causes a significant blood sugar rise that isn't reflected in the 4G net carbs claim on the front of the wrapper. The PHH factor. Frequent consumption can lead to systemic inflammation and gut dysbiosis due to the high volume of synthetic fibers. 2. Slim Fast Keto, the maltitol trap. The brand, a weight loss giant that pivoted hard into the keto market with fat bombs and shakes. The hidden carb, maltitol. The label cheat, maltitol is a sugar alcohol. Slim Fast, and others, subtract 100% of sugar alcohols from their carb count to reach a low net carb number. The reality, maltitol has a glycemic index of approximately 35 to 52. For comparison, table sugar is 65. Because your body absorbs roughly 50% of maltitol, subtracting the entire amount from the carb count is mathematically deceptive. The verdict, if you eat 2 1G net carb fat bombs, your body may actually be processing the equivalent of 6, 8G of sugar, enough to halt ketone production. 3. Mission Foods, the net zero flour mystery. The brand, famous for their carb balance tortillas which have become a staple for keto tacos. The hidden carb, modified wheat starch and vital wheat gluten. The label cheat. These tortillas claim as little as 0G to 2G net carbs by using massive amounts of resistant starch and fiber. The reality, continuous glucose monitor, CGM, data in 2026 has consistently flagged these tortillas for causing delayed spikes. The modified starches are designed to resist digestion, but for many individuals, the gut microbiome eventually breaks them down into glucose, leading to an insulin spike 2 to 3 hours after eating. The PHH factor. High gluten content combined with modified starches can trigger leaky gut symptoms in sensitive individuals, negating the anti-inflammatory benefits of a keto diet. 4. Atkins, the polydextrose filler. The brand, the original low-carb empire, still a dominant force in US grocery aisles. The hidden carb, polydextrose and glycerin. The label cheat. Atkins products often use polydextrose as a bulking agent. Because it is classified as a synthetic fiber, it is subtracted from the carbs. The reality, while polydextrose has a low GI, it is often paired with sucralose and low-quality vegetable oils. In the quantities found in treat bars, polydextrose can cause significant bloating and water retention, mimicking the puffy feeling of a high-carb binge. The verdict, it's a frankenfood that keeps you addicted to the taste of sweets while providing zero nutritional density. 5. Halo Top, the erythritol/sugar blend. The brand, the king of light ice cream that marketed heavily to the keto community. The hidden carb, skim milk and cane sugar. The label cheat. While they have a specific keto series, their standard light pints often use the keto halo to distract from the fact that they contain real cane sugar and milk sugars, lactose. The reality: to keep the calorie count low, they use air and erythritol, but they still include enough real sugar to keep the texture palatable. This hybrid approach often results in a carb count that is too high for strict ketosis, often 5g, 10g per tiny serving. The PHH factor: the combination of sugar and sugar alcohols is a recipe for digestive disaster, cramping, and gas for many users. 6. Lenny and Larry's, the keto cookie confusion. The brand, known for the complete cookie, they launched a keto version to capture the low-carb market. The hidden carb, grain-based binders. The label cheat: the front of the package highlights 3g net carbs, but the serving size is often half a cookie. The reality: most consumers eat the whole cookie. Furthermore, the use of plant-based proteins and various gums acts as a buffer that slows down, but does not stop, the absorption of the starches used to keep the cookie together. The verdict: it's an engineered snack that relies on the consumer not doing the math on the back of the package. 7. Goli, the keto ACV gummy scam. The brand, while not a traditional snack brand, Goli and its many 2026 imitators represent the most deceptive keto marketing. The hidden carb, tapioca syrup and cane sugar. The label cheat: many keto ACV gummies marketed on social media claim to put you in ketosis instantly. The reality: almost all gummies require a sugar-based binder to achieve their texture. A single serving of these keto gummies can contain 4g, 6g of actual sugar. The PHH factor: this is the ultimate irony. Taking a keto supplement that contains enough sugar to potentially stop ketosis. In 2026, the FDA has issued multiple warnings against brands using celebrity AI deepfakes to sell these sugar-coated lies. The 2026 Keto Cheat Checklist. To stay in ketosis in a world of deceptive labeling, ignore the net carb claim on the front and look for these 3 red flags on the back. 1. The maltitol rule: if the sweetener is maltitol, count it as half sugar. If the label says 10g of maltitol, assume you are eating 5g of carbs. 2. The OS search: scan the ingredients for dextrose, maltodextrin, or fructose. These are sugars with different names and will spike your insulin regardless of what the net carb count says. 3. The serving size trap: check if the net carbs are for the whole package or a ridiculously small portion, e.g., 2 cookies out of a bag of 10. The 2026 gold standard: if a keto snack tastes exactly like the original high-carb version, it is likely too good to be true. Stick to whole food keto, macadamias, olives, biltong, and hard-boiled eggs to ensure your metabolic health remains uncompromised.